is on the precipice between survival and some form of giving up. And that's the precipice where I found a lot of the families and the men that I met in Florida when I was researching. There was this sense of have to keep going, and yet there's no light that's even kind of pulling me further towards it. I've lost sight of the light. How do you continue to be a functioning human being when there's no space or opportunity to give yourself to your society, to give yourself to your community? That's where he is. Laura Dern was a big help, because she's such an actress. You know, she's such a brilliant, genius actress. So we managed, especially in that first eviction scene, it was really a team. Bobby Bukowski helped a lot with his camera and his sensitivity. And also, it's not hard to put yourself in that position somehow. It's not hard to imaginatively enter that feeling of being exiled, being discarded as trash. Everyone knows that to some degree. So that was really the entry point, that feeling of exile. They were all pretty, you know, contentious and kind of nasty. You know, the energy that was created was pretty nasty, as it should have been, I guess. You know, he's not a man that you know, the character of Rick is not a man that you easily get close to. He doesn't really care about you as a human. That was my experience in the scenes with him anyway. So yeah, it was just pretty nasty energy to be around. I was always excited for the family scenes, you know. When I saw on the schedule we had just days of me and Rick Carver, I was just like, ugh. Which is what Dennis feels, you know. Dennis is in that same situation. He's like, I've got to do this in order to take my son to an arcade. Okay, I've got to do this in order to bring my son a Happy Meal at the end of the day. Okay, I've got to do this, you know. So it all worked. It all worked in that respect. Yeah, it was more the emotional impact of, you know, that specific, precise, personal, emotional impact that was affected upon the families and the individuals that went through it. My brain doesn't work in the way that a economist's brain does. I'm not very good at that kind of stuff. So my way in, and you know, my job is to inhabit the emotional life of that experience. So thankfully, I didn't have to know the ins and outs of why and the wherefores and the. But you know what's evident in the film, obviously, and what was evident in Ramin's research and what he showed me in my research is that the system is just kind of corrupt on the deepest level. It's almost accepted. Well, it is accepted. You know, that kind of corruption on all tiers has become systematic and sort of systematic. I don't see. I can't even talk properly about this kind of stuff. My job was to go to the emotional core of it, and yeah, that's what I tried to do.